this is Myra from Houston Batallon.
Hey, this is Alicia with Houston Batallon.
And you're listening to Via's podcast.
Hey, what's up, amigos de Pancho Villa's Army? El Zargento here with episode 34 of Villa's podcast. Once again, with me, I have Ivan and Coronel ready to, introduce our new guest. So, Ivan, Coronel, how are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. How you doing? Episode 34. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't been canceled. If we were on fucking television, we did want to pull the plug on number 2. Episode number 2, number 3.
Hey, I like the positivity, Coronel. Thanks for the encouraging words there, my friend. Ivan, how are you? I see you're showing off a pretty cool T-shirt there, bro.
Yeah, we got him. So order him. I like it.
Vintage. Yeah. Nice. Look at that. That's the new logo, the new jersey. Look at that on the side with the captain on the side. That's dope, man. How's the material?
Hot. Yeah, the material is good for today because it's like 88 degrees in LA. The world's gonna end. It's over for us.
Wow.
And well, I think we kind of lost credibility now after the Ivan complaining about 88. Let's go right to our guest. So
she's like, wow.
Coronel has been talking about them in several of our podcasts about their adventures. You guys can recall. So you know what? We have them here today. So give it up for our two guests from our Dallas battalion, both Myra and Alicia. How you doing, guys?
I was gonna tell him.
You want to correct them on that?
It's
Dude,
Houston.
confusing me. It's what I said earlier. I said Houston. Someone said Dallas.
You guys corrected them.
So it's a joke between us three. So
That
a while back, what were we doing? We were making plans about, I don't know, there was something like, I don't know what we were talking about. The thing was that little Mr. Rich, he's like, so what time is it in Dallas? And I'm like, Houston and Dallas have the same time zone.
Oh.
So.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I didn't know, because Texas is such a large state. Houston and Dallas are so far apart. We were setting up a time for something, like she mentioned, and she was like, oh, it's going to be such and such Houston time. I'm like, well, what time is that going to be in Dallas? Because I'm going to be in Dallas.
I got you. Coronel, that's because you travel to every game, so you get confused with
time zone. Yeah, man. I can see that, man. You have to have like a compass with you with all the time, some kind of like got an app for that. All right, so is it Houston or is it Dallas? 'Cause I'm still confused.
Houston.
Hey, just for everybody that's listening to the podcast, that's a dig between Houston and Dallas because they're always siempre están chocando, so that one's always got to up the other. So we're all having fun. But again, we got May and Alicia from Houston. Very, very excited to have you guys on. I mean, I've known you. I think you guys are probably the first PVA members, followers that I've known. I mean, I've known you guys since the first game, right? Since the first game in San Antonio. So yeah. I'm very excited to have you guys here. So welcome.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Thank you, guys.
If you don't mind telling us a little bit about yourselves, one at a time. Let's go with Alicia, since she's not on camera. She gave us some reason. I don't know, something about the Wi-Fi, or she broke the camera last time. Who knows?
Yeah. So a little about me. You want my age? What date of birth? What do you need?
This is not a dating profile, so
just making sure.
Social security number, bank number,
But she's single for the record.
Oh, yeah, I am single, even though this
go.
is not a dating, profile cover. So my name is Alicia Peña. I was born in Puebla. I've been here living in Houston for I don't know how many years, over 20 maybe. I am an accountant at a financial company, and so that's a little bit about me. What my hobbies? You want my hobbies too?
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do in your spare time?
Right now, I read, I guess, watch my TV shows. No soccer games to be watching right now, but
This week, in 1 week.
Yeah, we started seeing a couple things happen this week. But
Yeah, I watched what is it called? Manchester United yesterday with my nephew.
there
It
you
was
go.
a good game. Other than that, no. I think Chivas won played yesterday, but I'm not sure if they won or lost.
Yeah,
they
but
won.
they played a
Oh.
sorry team. That's why.
Oh, they won. It was a great victory. All right, well, Alicia. Well, awesome. Nice to have you here. And let's move on to May for a little bit. May, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I was born in DF. My mom is from DF. My dad is from Michoacan. We moved to California when I was 3, and when I grew up there until I was about 13. Then we moved to Texas, and I've been in Texas ever since.
So, hey, May, so you moved to California, Orange County, right?
Yes.
Oh, so that's not really California. That's
Yeah.
Orange.
That's
What
like
does that mean? I don't get that joke.
Ivan
What's
does the.
Yeah, Orange County, we kind of like put them in the outskirts. They're not really considered a part of California.
you guys just did you guys vote on this, or how did this happen, Ivan? Was this like
If you're from California, you kind of know the unwritten rules.
It's the law of the land, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
well, May is now in Houston. So May, how long have you been in Houston now?
So about 20 years.
Oh, okay. So she's no longer, she's definitely a Texan now, right? Do you
Yeah.
consider yourself a Texan? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Except when she goes to California to visit to get the Disneyland discount, then she's
Then
California.
she's a California native.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And even with the discount, you're still paying $300 freaking for a damn ticket.
That's
Damn.
expensive.
Oh, hit me
Well,
up.
so
Hit me up.
I know,
I can
I
get
haven't
for like $100, a hopper pass, 1-day hopper pass for like $100.
Damn.
He's advertising, folks. If you ever got, we're gonna give his number at the end if you ever need any connections.
Just PVA members.
You guys have obviously been in Houston for a very, very long time, most of your lives actually. So when did you guys meet? Because you guys were always together. You guys are the dynamic duo. So when did you guys actually meet? You guys are really, really good friends. So who wants to go?
I think I want to say the first time I met Myra was we met up with some friends at bowling alley. I think that was the first time, but then it came to be that we knew the same people. I didn't know that you knew Syra. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we met through Angie first. Well,
Yeah.
one of our friends, Angie, and then like after we're talking to Myra, I was like, oh, you know this girl, and then oh, you know this girl too, and I'm like, oh, okay. So it was just we started hanging out with the same people, but we didn't really
But we started hanging out together because of our interest with soccer. Our other friends weren't interested as us.
Yeah, I think that's when we started hanging out more to like watch games, go to soccer games, and it was just really me and her going to like San Antonio to Dallas. I know we went to Dallas too.
Oh yeah.
For soccer games. And, yeah.
Well, what's the time zone right now in Dallas?
It's 6:23.
Rich, that question was directed to you, Rich.
I'm gonna always bring that up, Rich.
Yeah,
Good.
even when confirming the time for this, we're like, okay, so he's like 6 p.m. I'm like, okay, Dallas time or
Hey, so let me ask you guys this. So did you guys go to the same high school?
no.
Okay, so
No.
that's what for Houston. Houston is it's a huge city, and for you guys to actually go in and know the same people and end up to me, I think that's really, really unique because it's a big city, but it's a small world. I mean, you end up pulling the layers and you end up knowing people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in the fact that they both, found that connection with soccer, right? They're like, oh yeah, what was your first game you guys ever been together? Was it San Antonio, or what was the first like actual soccer game you guys went together?
Yeah, Myra, you should know that.
Like,
All right,
you
know, I'm pretty
remember.
Houston ones here because
Don't
Houston
you have a
plays.
scrapbook or something
No, I
like that
don't.
marks everything? This is the day I met Alicia with a little heart or something.
He doesn't have a scrapbook.
No, sorry.
Damn.
No, I don't remember the first game either. I think maybe Dallas.
So I think the reason why is you guys been to so many, right? That you guys kind of like
Yeah.
so many.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys could put a number on it, what would be that number? Because it has been a while. A lot of them, right?
Yeah.
You guys are making their thing too much, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be fun. Hey, let's get. You know what, Z? I think right now is a good time to talk about the picture. Let's pull up the pictures.
Okay, so I'm gonna put one picture at a time,
All right.
and
So
then you guys tell us where it was taken, right?
this is what we're
Maybe
gonna do.
she'll
We're gonna play
remember.
we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna pull up past pictures from Myra and Alicia, and they've got to guess if they can remember what game they were from.
Ooh.
You think you guys can remember?
They
Like
can
where
have
we were or who was
It
actually
depends on
playing?
how much I was drinking that day.
phone. So I would say so. Coronel, so what city? What city?
City,
would
yeah.
you- yeah, what city?
Easy.
Yeah, because I think here we go. First one. All right, pulling this one is right there. Look at that. It's like a selfie. The two of you.
That was
Yeah.
Houston for sure.
Oh, Houston.
Houston. What gave it away? That was Houston.
I just know that.
Yeah.
That was
That was before the alcohol.
Yeah, that was before.
That was at the tailgate.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
at the tailgate. Exactly.
And
All right,
everyone
all right.
was dying because it was so hot.
Houston is what you call
What Huh?
What do you call it when it comes to the heat? It's the armpit of what?
Oh no, it's a devil's anus.
Oh god,
It really is.
For real.
it
Houston.
was bad. I remember that. It was so bad.
It was the humidity in Houston, though. Ooh, man.
So bad.
It was hot. At least
Wait,
you
wasn't that day that what's his name? Baby Bash or some guy was there?
Oh, Chingo Bling.
Jingle
Bling.
Bling.
Jingle
I
Bling
think he was
there.
there. Yeah, he was there.
All right, next one. Here we go. Oh, too fast. Boom.
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't remember that.
That's Houston for sure.
How? I didn't know
That might be the same game.
No,
Well, you're wearing different glasses. Your hair's different. Was it the? Was
It's so hot.
it like,
that.
So it curled up.
No, that wasn't. I don't think that. I think it was a different game.
That was probably in San Antonio.
different?
No, that was
Yeah,
Houston.
even your hair looks longer in that one. I think that was.
I want to say that was Houston the
Yeah,
year
yeah. The hair is totally different. This one's like short and straight. This one's definitely long and curly.
And the humidity kind of frizzed it up.
That's what happened.
That's how hot it was.
No,
Alright.
that was Houston, but I want to say that was the year before.
Could be.
All right. Coronel, do we have a key here? Do you have like the answer key here? No.
I do have the key.
Oh,
I do have the key.
All right. So what is? Do you want to reveal what this is or not yet?
Oh no, we got more to go. I'll tell you how many they got right.
All right. Here we go. So this is the second. Here's the third one.
Oh,
that's
That
Atlanta.
That's Houston.
Oh, yeah, Alicia.
Alicia.
I think those are all Houston.
That's
No, I
Atlanta.
think that was at the viewing party. No.
No.
I wore that shirt. That's where I remember that shirt.
Are you watching us on video, Alicia?
Yeah.
Well,
are
don't
you
you?
sure? It clearly says where you're at.
Oh, I can't see it. That where is it? Like it's too small in my phone.
Oh, damn, I was like, oh, damn.
That's Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Alicia
Atlanta.
flip phone. She's got a flip phone, y'all. So
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
We got the pixelated.
No, I still get picked up on my phone because my phone is still like the small, like the 5, which is the smallest iPhone you can, even if it doesn't exist. But yeah, I still have one of those.
oh my gosh. Oh, but she drives a 2020 Audi. I don't go figure.
What?
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
It's a 2013, not 2020. Okay.
Hey, she's an accountant, dude. She knows how to handle her money. Leave her alone. She's good.
Yeah.
All right.
And I know my time zones too. So.
There you go, Coronel. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. All right. All right. That was Atlanta. All right. Next one.
I don't know. Houston.
No, it's Pasadena.
Hey, what was that, May?
Pasadena.
Pasadena. What gave it away?
I remember.
I was gonna say the scarf. The scarf
That's
reminded me.
it.
That was that one, but the
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
All right. Here we go.
I think San Antonio, right?
Yeah, that one was San Antonio.
Your hair was black there, right? You definitely changed your
Yeah.
Yeah, Myra be changing her looks.
hair.
And her eyebrows too.
I have
look.
to.
She was happy that day.
Alicia, remember New Year, New Look?
No, I do not.
All right, let's go. We got 2 more. Here we go.
Ooh.
That was Dallas.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was last
I
year.
think that was Dallas, yeah. She had short hair. I think that was, yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
The confidence, Dallas. All right, last one.
Oh, that was Houston.
Houston Rodeo?
No, Houston. It was at Lucky. No, what is it called? Oh my God, what is this park called?
Rich, who gave you that picture?
No. Right? No, I don't know who gave him. I did not give him that one.
Oh my
No, maybe he got that one. That was Sherlock's. That's at Sherlock's.
Yeah, that was Sherlock.
Okay.
Was
All
that
right.
Houston? Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Coronel. So how many did they get right? They had a total of, was that 7 pictures we just went through?
They got 7 out of 7 after a lot of work. They got them. They got them right.
Atlanta, it was a stretch, but we finally figured it out.
I did not see that. All right.
That was crazy. I was like, wait, are we seeing?
I know. I was like, is she serious? Is she not seeing?
Hey, so let's
like,
talk
psych,
about.
I'm just playing.
I've always mentioned in the podcast about your near-death experiences.
Yeah.
So we want to know. People want to know. What are we talking about? Like, that's one. To me, the one that sticks out to me is, well, we'll save the best to the last, right?
Oh, Pasadena.
What happened in Pasadena? What happened in Pasadena?
We got
We just
stranded
yeah.
outside.
What?
Ivan's face.
What happened?
I couldn't hear what you lady said.
We got stranded outside.
Santa Maria,
Outside the
Madre
stadium?
Dios. Outside where?
So not right outside, but like when you go outside to the streets.
Yeah.
So,
How?
were any of you guys over there went to that game in Pasadena in like Rose Bowl, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. So normally, when we travel, I will always get a rental car. But this time, Mari's like, let's just Uber there. That we won't have to worry about parking. And I'm usually the one that's saying like, no, let's take a car. Let's take a car. But anyway, she convinced me, so we didn't take a car. And then, so at the end of the game, like the Uber dropped us off like right at the stadium. So after the game was over, like the traffic and everything was bad. So like you have to keep walking, like I don't know, a couple of blocks to get an Uber and all this other stuff. So we get there. My phone's about to die. And Myra has like Uber on her phone or whatever. So she's trying to get, an Uber, but it was so packed that like everybody was trying to get an Uber.
I get for those of you guys who don't know, who haven't been to the Rose Bowl, the Rose Bowl is like right in the middle of a neighborhood, right? And just any other game, it's really, really hard to get an Uber. It's easy to have an Uber drop you off, but not have an Uber pick you up.
Yes.
And in this particular
It's a
case,
long walk too.
yeah, and we had gone.
Those are street.
Yeah, so we had a tailgate. They came over to the tailgate after the game. And we were like, hey, we're gonna wait till the traffic dies down, just chill out, and we'll all head back to the hotel because they were staying at the same hotel we were. And then they were like, no, we're gonna get a head start. We're gonna go. And he just walked off into the night, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I think it was like 4:00 in the morning when we were still. I don't know where we were.
It was bad.
We were coming back.
Ended up dying. Our phones ended up dying, and then we had no phones, but we had gotten a cab to come pick us up, and we waited and waited for the cab with our dead phones, and it never came. So at that point, we had to walk to find help. So we had to walk through a neighborhood. California, once it's street, there's no businesses that are open. It's just neighborhoods, and we just walked and walked and walked until we found. And the McDonald's people let us in to charge our phones and call them.
There was this one place that we found, and we're like, I see some light. So I go over. I'm like, we just need to charge our phones, and they were like, no, okay. And so then finally, I don't know how many miles we walked. We finally get to
miles
McDonald's, right?
Miles. It was so bad.
Yeah,
And
so that we're knocking on the thing, and we're like, let us sing. And the guy was like, I think they were thinking about it, like, should we let them in? Should we not? Finally, they let us in, and Mari's like charging her phone. She finally charges enough to get an Uber, and this was already like what? I think we got to the hotel like around 2 or 3, right?
it was late.
It was late.
It was later because we had gone out to the bar, and then
We were
came-
supposed to go to the bar, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
when was this? Hey, what game was this? It was
this
but
was
what game?
the playoff game.
US,
Yeah.
against Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
3-2 game?
What's that?
The game that ended 3-2.
That went to
Mexico
overtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, that game.
That
That
was
was
a
a
good
big
game.
game. Yeah.
That was a good game.
Dude, it was pretty.
So hey, Coronel, my question is, what you guys in the group? Were you guys like wondering where they were? Were you guys even?
No,
I'm sure he wasn't.
Well,
No.
here's the thing. I really was worried because the night
I
before.
turned on my phone and didn't see no messages. I don't
Nobody
know
was
about
like,
Myra.
hey, Amber Alert, where are they?
No.
Nope. So I guess you were not too worried.
No. We were worried. We were worried the night before because we were in downtown Pasadena when the police came and broke up the party, the nightclub. Remember that? So
Wow.
police came and kicked everybody out, and it was just like this big madhouse, and everybody just kind of spread out. And I was like, well, I was worried about May and Alicia because they came all the way from Houston, but they were able to make it back to the hotel, okay. But the day of the game, why couldn't they? They wouldn't answer their phone because it was dead. I mean, how the heck? Of course, you're not gonna get no messages. Your phone's dead. You can't be me.
Well, when I turned it on, there was no messages either.
Well, that
Hey,
was
but you know what?
3G.
Hey, back in the day, when I don't know, but certain phones, I know that iPhones, I don't know what phones you ladies had or Rich. If your phone was dead and you send a message, when you turn the phone on, that message was never received.
Oh.
They fixed that afterward though, for real. Now if your phone's off, you get your stuff. But you know what? From now on, we could save my number, and I think you promise you guys will have a right to the game and after the game.
Great.
Thank you.
I know.
She's the same phone.
Nah,
We gotta
I'ma
get her a
send
new
them-
phone.
Yeah, they're gonna memorize. My number is easy to memorize. Just hit me up, and then I'll know where you're at.
Okay, so then what was the other one where we almost died? Where you guys almost died?
Hold on, let me go back again to show how concerned you were, how worried you were, Rich. We get back to the hotel, and they're at the pool, hanging out, drinking, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are here! Like you made it!" And they just kept drinking como si nada. So that's how. Yeah,
He was like, hey, they're here.
You guys were drinking, not worried about us. You were just like, "Oh, you guys are here! Like you made it!" Like that was about it.
The pool closes at 10.
They
No,
probably
you
got
were
there
not.
the next day.
Myra, so you know that they were in the pool.
Yep, they were.
Thank
They
you.
broke into the pool. You guys like jumped over the fence or something.
Yeah.
I need the pictures. If there's no pictures, it never happened.
It's not proof.
Mhm.
Oh man.
We went to Atlanta, right? We went to Atlanta, and that was another fun game where at that particular time, now everybody's phone died. My phone died. Everybody's phone dying, right? We walk out of the stadium. And Alicia, and sure enough, she had rented a car, right? She had rented her car, and she goes, "I'm gonna go get the car." She goes, like, okay, carrying this big drum and whatnot, and she just takes off running into the night, just like in Pasadena. She just fucking
Just takes
In her
off.
boots. In her boots.
and she's wearing cowboy boots. She's wearing Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots and just takes off into the. So then Myra's just we're sitting there, we're resting, waiting for her. I mean, we lost a lot of members because everybody's phone was dead. So she's sitting on this drum, and then that drum guy comes over and he starts banging on the drum. Remember that? And I think he tried to tell us about that, Myra.
I don't remember.
Come on, you remember.
No, I don't remember.
So Myra's sitting on this drum, and this guy comes over. He's like, "I want to bang the drum. I want to bang the drum," and he starts bang. And Myra's on the drum. She's like,
well,
and he wanted to kidnap her.
What?
He wanted to kidnap her.
I think he wanted
But-
the drum.
No, he wanted to kidnap Myra. I think he was like at one point like almost like grabbing her and taking her, but his girlfriend was like, "Put her down. We can't take her home."
We can't take her home. Wow.
Oh God.
And May, tell us about the scariest one that you guys have encountered. The one in Houston.
All I remember is that there was a gun involved.
What?
Is,
Those are-
is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then I'll let Alicia tell the story because that one I
remember
not
part of
remember.
it, but I don't remember the whole thing. I remember like I think I was going to my car or something, and as I'm walking to my car, I see a guy going towards the club but has a gun, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, so I turn to Rich and I'm like, we gotta go back. So we're trying to get Myra. And Myra's like, she just wants to keep partying. I don't know, like she did not want to leave. We were just trying to be safe, but that guy never pulled the gun, did he? I don't remember that.
So
Or did
apparently they couldn't remember the details, right? So we went to go get the car because they were getting ready to leave, and this guy, I guess a car had pulled out and kind of bumped the guy by a guy's car or something, and then the guy came out with the gun and he got upset and he actually shot the gun, but everybody at that point, like nobody got hit, right? But everybody just kind of spread out, and we had to carry May into Alicia's car to take her home. But yeah, that was pretty.
Where
That
did he shoot the gun at? In the air, or what?
I
You just heard it. You just heard it go off.
Yeah, heard it go off. We don't. Yeah, when that happens, you don't stop and ask questions and find out.
Yeah, and be like, what were you doing when like?
It's like, excuse me, sir. You don't pull that gun and just shoot it like that.
Oh my God, bro.
Hey, is that do you have a concealed license for that? What's going on there?
What is
Wow.
going on over there, guys? No.
What's a common denominator in all these life and death situations?
I know.
Rich.
Alicia,
They-
May and Alicia were there.
I was gonna say rich and alcohol.
Oh, there you go.
I was gonna say Boots and Daisy too.
These
'cause
stories have the same thing in common. Rich.
What?
So,
What? And what about? Didn't you almost fall off the double-decker bus in San Antonio?
no,
Yes.
no.
No, that was you, partly, Rich. That was you.
Was that
Actually,
you?
that day that with the gun, whatever that's in place, that was the time that I beat Rich at what do you call that? What do you call that game? Oh my God, I can't remember that damn name. With the blocks that you pull it.
Jenga?
Jenga.
Jenga, yes.
Jenga.
That was that one time I beat him so good. Don't act like you don't know who I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
There is no evidence because you deleted all the evidence there could be of me beating you. But
Wow.
we play that game and I beat you.
That's pretty impressive, man. Yeah, Coronel is like he's a professional Jenga. He does that for a living, so that's how he does a second job. So that's
Nope.
impressive that you beat him. Yeah.
No
I
video?
did.
Nope.
No one would believe me, but I did. And he'll
I
deny it
believe
as
you.
much as he wants to, but he knows I do.
Yeah,
I
Coronel,
believe
Coronel's-
that you beat him.
yeah, that's pretty impressive. Coronel is sponsored by Depends, so that's a sponsor for Jenga. Speaking of sponsors and speaking of like I don't know Depends, I don't know how this came up, but we have we like our Mexico gear, right? We like wearing different jerseys, Buffon does all this stuff. So there's a new image circulating about a potential new Selección jersey. Just kind of curious and want to know what your thoughts are on this. I'm gonna put it up on the screen really quick. Have you guys seen this and what are your thoughts? Do you think this is legit? And do you guys like it? Don't like it?
It gives me what Jorge Campos vibes, like this, like goalie.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
So just for that, I kind of like it, but I don't like it. You know what I mean?
I think
No.
it's one of those like Ivan right away. He just made a face. What's up, Ivan?
Yeah, it's one of those. I don't like it, but it's Mexico, so I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
The last like 2 or 3 jerseys, even the last black one, that one wasn't that cool. I bought it, and a couple of green ones that I was like.
The
"Man,
Power
these are
Ranger
whack."
ones.
Oh yeah, the Power Ranger one. That one, the red one too. That one is like.
No, the red one was like this. What's it called? The peanuts,
Charlie
right?
Peanuts.
Charlie Brown one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and that's why I've been saying this for a long time, and I want Nike to sponsor Mexico. Nike has some dope.
No, Adidas all the way, man.
Adidas, all about Adidas.
Yeah.
I don't like Adidas.
Because
Adidas, they have the same design for every team. All they do is change the color.
What?
dude, Nike.
Yeah, look at MLS. Look at their jerseys. They all have the same design. All they do is change like the team logo and then the color.
But that's
in
for
the jersey.
MLS though. They don't do that with.
No, well, check for the European. Look at all the World Cup teams. Google Adidas and look at their jerseys. Most of their jerseys are all the same. All they do is change the logo or the color. But this one, if
I see Germany with a different color of this one, I'll be surprised.
dude, if I can understand what the print on this is, maybe it has some kind of like
It's like a
Mexican
Galaga, like a old school video game vibes to me there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, what do you think, May? Do you like this? Would you buy it?
I do. I love it.
Really?
Why?
I think it's the color. It's just me and girly stuff, and
Okay.
So
I always love when they come up with a pink hit. It just
So would you paint your nails that color? Cause what color are your nails now?
Blue.
turquoise,
Wait, what?
turquoise.
Same thing?
No, what did you
Turquoise
say?
is like a blue, dude, like a teal.
Yeah, almost.
No, I think it's as far as for me for that one. I mean, I feel like I'm playing Asteroids.
Yeah.
You know, an early '80s game, and just I kind of like. I'm still gonna buy it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm curious. I mean,
But what does it mean? What's the significance of that symbol? You know?
I don't
That's
know.
what I want to know. Like maybe if they sell me on that, I'll be like, oh, that's cool, I'll get it. But
Because I don't really see like Aztec or any kind of Mexican indigenous symbol there. You know, it looks like a Southwest, like an Arizona basket weaving thing or something. I don't know.
I want
Like
Nike
the
to
more I
sponsor-
look at it, the more I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, look
Yeah.
at. I'm just wondering who has this? Who posted this?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the background. It's on a blanket.
It's on a blanket. Yeah, it's on a. It doesn't look. Yeah, I don't even know how they even got this. Like, who gets a who gets a sneak peek on this? I don't know. I hope it's. I mean, if it's true, like I said, I think we're all gonna buy it, but I don't think we're in love with it, right?
You know what?
You remember?
Yeah.
'Cause every
Oh, except
picture
Myra. Myra is.
Yeah, Myra's already.
Yeah. Because every picture that's been leaked about a Mexico jersey,
That's
it's
been true.
normally correct, except for the one last year that they said was gonna be pink. Remember there was one that they said that was gonna be pink last year?
I don't
Let
remember
me
that
look
one.
for a post. That was gonna take me a while, but I could find it, and they were saying that somebody posted it, I don't know where. Let me find it, and then I'll send it to you guys. But they said there was gonna be like a pink version of a jersey. Maybe it was this one. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe
I gotta go back and look.
I don't like the collar, but hey, May, what's your favorite Mexico jersey?
I don't know.
So
Is
once
it the
you
Power Ranger one?
No. I don't know. That's a good question.
I was trying to see if look at those pictures. See, there's one I see the most frequent, but she has all different ones every single time. So she definitely has a good collection. It looks like.
Yeah, Alicia, what would be your favorite jersey?
I don't have one. I
Really?
think no. I think that maybe the white. Well, not favorite. Well, yeah, maybe the white one, Rafa Marquez. With
Oh, 'cause it's-
the-
It's Marquez, right? That's your baby?
that's my baby. FYI, guys,
Man,
that's my baby.
don't tell Nancy that, cause ooh man,
Oh,
Yeah.
she got her forearm tattooed with Rafa Marquez flag right here. Remember that?
What? Damn.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
someone
like-
loves Rafa Marquez more
ya-
than I
ya
do.
te- Alicia, ya te lo van a bajar.
She's like
Yeah.
hard, like she only likes the football teams that he plays for. So he's been Barca,
Yeah,
Atlas,
me. Hey, same
Leon.
here.
Yeah, she doesn't really like she doesn't have a team, but she's like all Rafa Marquez. Like she got a RM4 right here in her forearm, which is pretty cool.
That
You
one
guys-
I
you
was
ladies are
thinking
gonna have
of
to-
doing. I was thinking of doing a small one of that. And I'm not a big on tattoos, but for him I would do one.
Do it so you guys could be twins.
Alicia's gonna be right here. I'm gonna show I got more love when I get her. Right?
Right here in
yeah.
the,
Hey, you
in
know
the
what?
back.
Yeah, Alicia, I got a better idea. You should do one like right here, like
Should
do it-
right here.
Should do it in the neck. On the
Yeah.
neck. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God.
Or
The
on your
career
forehead.
killers.
Yeah. I
May,
love him, but not that
you
much.
have-
I was
you
thinking,
have
I
a
was
favorite
thinking
player?
one on my pinky on the side of my finger where you can see it.
That'd be cool though. Do it. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not telling you to do it because I don't have any tattoos that you can see, but I mean,
That you can see. He's got.
Shit.
no
Hey,
tattoos.
May, who's your favorite player, May? Or who do you like? I mean, somebody that you would.
Oh, I would say Chucky.
Oh, Chucky. Would you get a
Oh.
Chucky tattoo?
No.
What? But you got a tattoo? You got a tattoo? What do you have?
It's a heart and an airplane.
Oh, well, you can put a
Yeah,
A little C.
like a little Chucky doll.
No.
You can put C out for Chucky Lozano into
No.
the heart.
Dean.
So no tattoo, huh? All right. So Alicia, you said you possibly considering it though, huh?
I would consider yes.
Okay. So in the pinky. Coronel, how about your favorite player? Who's your favorite player? Would you get a tattoo of him?
My favorite player of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'd probably have to say maybe Claudio Suarez. Maybe Claudio. And would I get a tattoo of him? I'd get his portrait. Yeah.
Damn.
On
Family
your back.
portrait.
On your back. A big
On your
space
back, right there.
Like,
Kind of
see,
that.
What's this called? Like tipo Anuel with Karol G.
You'd be like this.
You know,
Like-
like the old portraits from high school, just kind of.
Like Uncle Rico.
El Emperador. Do you get a portrait, huh? What part of your body? In the back of your shoulder?
My biggest, the biggest, bro. The biggest, or maybe over my heart.
So the biggest would be ¿cómo se llama? Over your belly.
Oh,
Oh, damn, man, she's got you, Coronel, today.
close to coming off. It's coming off.
Time zones, belly.
Oh,
Nice.
damn.
Hey, so far I'm not taking tally here, but Alicia's got you
And that's
by
why,
at least
that's
3
why Alicia,
points.
that's why she's off camera. She's writing everything down. Be like, I got a perfect opportunity. I got
She's
this.
taking notes. Yeah, she's writing her next stand-up. It's a rich roast.
You're just going and getting everything.
You know what? I just thought about it. Next time we get together, we should do like a Rich roast. Like have him in the middle, and everybody will line up and just roast the heck out of Rich. Yeah.
Oh man. I
And
have
at the
nothing
end,
bad
he's
to
got to
say
get
about
that
Rich,
tattoo.
I think I'm ready.
She's well on her way. Let's put it that way.
though. For real, dude.
Wow.
She's already got good material.
She had it lined up. She's like, right here. This is my opportunity for this one. Cross out number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
All right, Ivan, we haven't forgot about you, man. Who's your favorite player, and would you get a tattoo of him?
No tattoo. Favorite player, Temo.
Hey, Cuauhtemoc?
No.
You have to get a tattoo. of him.
No
No.
way.
No.
Yeah.
His freaking forehead, like, no.
You should get one of him and like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like he's on top.
Oh.
Damn. Yeah, right here.
What about you, Z?
Jorge Campos for sure. Definitely my biggest fan. That's why when she said that Jorge Campos vibes, I totally agree with her in that jersey. I was like, yeah, I can see that. But would I get a tattoo? Yeah, I wouldn't mind a tattoo. A portrait would be a little too much. I think maybe him like kind of like the Nike sign with Jordan, but like Campos like diving like a silhouette.
Mm.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Do you have tattoos?
No, I
Or
don't.
so you would just get it for him?
I'm a blank canvas, so I would.
You should,
I would
hey, Z,
have-
you should get it. We should start a GoFundMe for that.
And it go free for that, and then all my trips, so you guys can pay for all my trips.
No, don't even.
Hey, so what's going on in Houston with the Houston Dynamo? I know you're a huge Houston Dynamo fan, and you're a big Texan fan as well. She always goes to the tailgate. So what's new in the world of Houston sports over there?
Well, for Dynamo this season-ish, they actually had they had like small batallones within each other, and they actually had created a merged one, aside from creating a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, and I know LAFC has different batallones within each other too for the team. So we had two big ones, and then we had a new one that came out this year called the Surge,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just kind of all, what's the word?
United, collaborated together.
Yeah, that. Yes, together. So it's pretty cool. The surge is pretty interesting because they've opened up a lot more to everyone, including the Mexican culture, which is exciting. So we had a few. So me and Tony had a mixer with a few different Dynamo reps who brought in different, what is it called? Other batallones for other teams from Houston, not just Esri, but like Madrid Houston fans and other fans for other, and they just kind of get an idea of what Dynamo is like.
Right.
And I thought that was interesting because I think Sergio got us tickets, and it was America playing a Dynamo for some game recently, and so we went last minute, and we had the mixer, and we were up there with like these management people asking us all these questions, and I'm a MLS fan, but Tony isn't. So he gave them all their feedback on why he isn't a fan of MLS and a fan of the Dynamo team and a fan of the Batallón, which has a lot of different reasonings behind it. And then I gave my feedback as well. So it was really interesting to do. But that's what they're doing. Unfortunately, there was only one game this season, but it was a huge, huge game for them to come together and support the team. So that was fun. I wasn't able to go to that game, but I heard it was really cool.
So they've got, for example, the Texan Army, Máquina Naranja, is that what it's called?
I don't know, something naranja, and then they have
the other is
El Batallón. Is it El Batallón? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
El Batallón, Texan Army, and then they had a few more smaller ones, but those two are the big ones.
Right.
That's cool.
And it's pretty cool because they've actually got, if I'm not mistaken, I think, and please guys don't kill me and don't hang me for the Houston Peeps. I think it's the Naranja, La Máquina Naranja or something like that. No disrespect, or El Batallón, where they actually have their music recorded and you can actually listen to it on iTunes. I think that's really, really unique. Please don't quote me on the.
I think it is El Batallón.
Hey, but you know what? That's actually pretty cool, Mario, that they're doing that. And this is not official. That's something similar. You know how you said that they're starting different groups and they're kind of like combining together to do something kind of like what they did right here, the 3252. I can't confirm it. It's not official, but that's supposedly what they did here. They had focus groups saying what they like, what they don't like about MLS. And that's one of the reasons that the 3252 has been successful. I can't prove it. Don't quote me on that. But that's a rumor that I heard. And a lot of people, I don't want to say put them down, but say negative things about the 3252 because supposedly the Chivas 2.0, they had these focus groups in order to improve, which is technically it's a good idea because it gets people to know why their future, why past teams haven't been successful with the fans and how you can prepare for the future in order for the fans to come. Because as much as I want Liga MX to be like the top notch here in North America, MLS is making a good run for them because, they're getting a bunch of players. Their All-Star game is pretty cool because they play other teams and they reach out more to the fans than Liga MX does, in my perspective.
Because I think the Liga MX already has that built, so they don't really need to. And I think MLS is still growing, so they're trying to get different points of view and everything. So, and I know.
So I hope that it does work out for the Houston Dynamo, similar to what the 3252. Because I'm not heavily involved with the 3252 because I'm not a super big fan of MLS, but I like what MLS is doing to reach out to fans and get everybody's input in order to improve and to grow.
Yeah, well, winning is contagious, man. So once you start winning, it kind of fixes everything. Speaking of winning, right? Alicia, your Cruz Azul won yesterday, 4-0, 4-1.
I did not see that game. They did.
Yeah, they did.
Awesome.
4-1.
They were doing really well, before this
before everything happened. Yeah.
Yeah, everything happened. I'm
yeah.
like, yes, this is season, of course. he breaks our record.
It's like the curse of Cruz Azul, man. It never seems to happen,
For
right?
real.
I didn't believe it until then. I'm like, okay, maybe there is something going on.
Conspiracy, a whole new world order conspiracy to keep Cruz Azul from winning their championship.
Yes.
Hey, Alicia, and then you guys even beat my favorite team. You guys beat Club America, and you guys were like #1 in the table and everything. And I'm like, oh, look at this. Maybe they're gonna make a run for their money and forget it. This COVID-19 came and messed everything up.
I know, man. I'm like, we had it. You know, like the little commercial with the old man. Like, you almost had it. That's what it reminded me.
So,
You almost had it. You almost had it.
I was at it. Yep, almost, man.
Hey, Alicia, how's your dad doing? Send him a what's up from us.
I will. He had fun. When was it? Like a Houston game? Obviously, I don't remember who we played against, but yeah, he had fun with you guys.
Cool.
He's
Cool.
like,
That's good. I know, because I know family's a big part of your lives. I mean, I know May's got her family, and those kids are growing up super, super quick. It's like when I look at the pictures, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't know, what are you feeding? What are you feeding them, May? They're growing so quick.
I don't know.
Tacos.
Tacos.
And Alicia, you talked about your nephew. Your nephew is a big soccer player. And I know Alicia, I speak to her often, and she's, I'm in Las Vegas today. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Well, it was a tournament, so my nephew, I came to watch him play. So she does a lot of traveling. So how's he doing?
oh, he's doing great. Like, he's played like a couple of games here with all this going on, but it's like pretty much the players and everybody's in their cars watching the game, you know. So it's not that many people, but yeah, he's great. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go pro.
Oh.
Yeah. His
Give me
team
the
was
news.
like he's wanted to play for Las Chivas or for and he said he's like, since you know my team either Mexico or US, and he's like, I'll go for US. I'm like, you know, that's not my team that I would root for, but if you play for the US, I would root for them. But I think he would end up switching to Mexico. I think he just says that to mess with us because we were such big Mexico fans, but.
Well, that's one way to get our attention, right? We just start to cringe. Like, why would you want to play for the U.S.? You know they haven't won.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
That's pretty. If you think about your families, right? Like if you have your sons or your nephews, whatnot, and they end up getting a chance to play for the U.S., I mean, why wouldn't you support them, right?
Yeah.
I can respect that.
It'd be tough.
So it's one of those things. Like he has a chance to play for either team, and I'm like, dude, like. I would want you to play for Mexico, but he's thought about it like, oh, you know, he's a big Chivas fan, so he's like, oh, I want to go play with them too. I'm like, well, if you play for them, you gotta go for the Mexico team, you know. So
yeah, yeah.
Think about it.
Think about it. We'll persuade him.
Yeah, send him to LA. I'll make sure he plays for them.
So I find it interesting too with these games now, right? That there's no audiences. I mean, they're talking about, you know, when they actually people were in the car watching them and things like that. It's such a weird experience, man. I mean, did you guys see the games? Did you guys see how the fans were on the images?
Yeah.
People watching live and stuff. What do you guys think about that? Did you guys think it was weird? Did you guys even? Was it even entertaining to see that? I don't even know.
I think part of it, like watching the Manchester. Well, that's the only game that I watched. Like it was, you know, without any fans. It was kind of like it makes the game like, you know, you're watching the game and you hear them scream, and it's a whole different experience. You enjoy it, you watching the players play, but I think it's just different. So it kind of, you know, that's why it's missing. It's missing the fans. So
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's missing the supporter groups, the chanting. I mean, the you know, almost goals, the elevation of the voice in the crowd and all that.
And yeah, you can have like the what do you call that? The fans online and everything, but it's just definitely not the same. So.
Well, Rich, I don't know if you got this from the local team here. It's not an MLS team, but USL team, the Rising. They sent out an email that if you donate or you pay $25, I think it was, you get a cutout of yourself as a fan, and it will put it on the stands. Did you get this, Rich?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So is it $25? Was it? I think it was $25.
I'd rather stick to the game in Japan. Wasn't it Japan where they had the actual dolls?
Dolls? Oh, jeez.
What?
You remember that?
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah. I think it was in Japan. They had like actual like women sex dolls.
Oh God.
They kind of like spread them out.
They got in trouble for that though, man. They got a lot of beef. Yeah.
What the heck's going on? No, it's pretty. They even had a goof on. I don't know if this is true or not, but even on
It was Photoshop. It was real. Yeah.
It
could be one of those.
Real. They had some pretty revealing stuff in those images up there. So I don't know if that's true or not. But I mean, like to Alicia's point, I think it kind of takes away from it. I mean, you can, but I don't know. I'd rather watch the game and not the people in the crowd. That's what we're here to watch, right? So
Yeah. But I understand why they. Oh, Alicia, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I was gonna say like the only good thing I guess watching the game, like my nephew's games, in from the car, like right now is Texas heat is so bad. I'm like, I'd rather stay in the car than watch it from the the stands because it was really hot. But other than that, it's like you want to be out there screaming and
Yeah.
It's
Turn
just
them on.
Part of the reason they're doing that is because they want to make up for that fan engagement. Since they don't have fans at the game, that's probably as close as they're gonna get. Like virtually be there.
Yeah, but how do they keep these kids safe though? I mean, you think about it, they have to test them. I mean, the professionals, at least they keep them in a bubble, and they have all this money. I think I heard it's like $35,000 per game they have to pay for testing every player.
Oh,
That was
What?
so these kids that are playing these leagues, they're probably not testing them. They're probably so that it's kind of risky. Aren't you worried about them at all? That they might be passed around.
May, would you let your son play?
Nope.
Oh, you're gonna be a mean mom, huh?
well, my the club that my nephew plays for, they started like at like six kids per practice, and they were far apart, so it was like just kicking the ball to each other, practicing their goals and stuff like that. That was like for 2 weeks or so. Then after that, it was like okay, more like maybe 8 to 10 kids at a practice. And then they're like, okay, well, they still he still goes to indoor soccer, but it's like you can't go in unless you have a mask for the fans. And I mean, I think it's really hard, like, especially I think for kids to like, especially I think for my nephew, he's been playing soccer since he's 2. For him to like don't stay home and don't do nothing and have that like practice and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, that's a risk, but at the same time, it's like he's not. Other than that, I don't think he doesn't really go out like to restaurants or anything like that.
Pubs. Pubs.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I don't.
May, are you working from home right now?
No, I will start this week again, but no, I took like a week here, and then I went back to work, and this upcoming week, I'll be working from home. So it's just on and off.
And how is it in Houston?
1 week in the office and 1 week at home? Is that what's going on?
No, it's just exposure. So we go home and we get tested, and we stay home. Everybody kind of quarantines, and then we go back. And then
Pain in the ass.
Back and forth. Mm-hmm. At least you're working. That's a good thing because there's a lot of people that lost their jobs and they're not.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
how are things in Houston regarding the coronavirus? Like, do people actually wear their masks? Are places closed down? Or how is it?
Yeah.
In Cali, a lot of stuff is actually closed again after they reopened it.
I think
that's the same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see people wearing masks, but a lot of people I've seen being careless. So you have both groups everywhere.
Have you noticed a drop in traffic? Because I know Houston's pretty bad with traffic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Hell yeah. Like, I went to pick something up earlier today. I would have gone on a weekday. It would have taken me like about an hour, 15 minutes to get there. And now because there's no traffic, it took me 29 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's no traffic right now. I love that. But.
Yeah, enjoying that, but not enjoying like everything being closed, and it feels like ghost town in some places, right? It's kind of weird.
Hey, Myra, you say you got tested, right, for Corona? How long did it take to get your results?
So I did a few actually, but The free ones, all the free ones are about 3 to 5 to 7 days. Right now, since it's at its peak, it's taking 7+ days. But if you have a lot of places doing rapid testing for like 150 plus bucks for like 4 or 5 hours results.
What?
And do they,
I thought it
okay,
was
for
right
that
there
one?
and then.
Huh?
I thought they got the results right there and then. Like, you
Yeah,
just,
that's pretty
Not
good.
for the
That's
free
fast.
testing.
And do you know, do you do the swab or do you do the one where
No, do no.
Oh, damn. Okay, so it is different. Just so you guys know, I'm not an expert. I got tested. Thank God the results came in negative. But here you go somewhere, wherever
You are
it
not
is,
the
and
father.
But
Mike.
normally here, everywhere that you get tested here, they do it like, they ask you for like saliva samples and stuff. And within 2 days, you get your results. So I went Wednesday and Friday I had it. Everybody, matter of fact, some people got their results within like 1 day and they're totally free.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think because Houston is at its peak, you can't even like get a free sample fast, a test fast, and like you have to at least 1 day out at the very least, and then the results just kind of pend. And it's because if you're exposed, you got to get tested. And then you wait on the results. I have a coworker who had been sick for about a week and a half. And first she was like, yeah, I'm really bad. And hey, the guy that trained you ended up being positive, so you definitely got to go get tested. But she's like, okay, I'm going to go get tested. She got tested. 3 days later, she's feeling fine. But she can't come back to work until she's negative. So a week later, she gets her negative result. So at that point, she's lost all those work days. And I don't know how other companies work, but my company won't pay you unless you're positive.
Wow.
That's one time.
Yeah, that's why I just want to know, like, I ask people from like different states or cities that don't live here, like how their testing is, just to see like how it is, because I remember my father got tested like way back when this kind of started, just to be safe because he's older, and there was no lines. Like I went with him, and then like honestly, it took like 10 minutes to go in and out. They do it in your vehicle, right? But when I did it this last time, California is at its peak right now, too. It's crazy. I waited. My appointment was at Dodger Stadium. It was between 12 and 12:30. I got there. It was 11:58, and I didn't leave till like 1:11 or something like that. It's just the long lines, and everybody's getting tested. And then I made my appointment Sunday night, right? And I got it for Thursday. And I know the people that I send them the link to get tested like that same night, and they try to get appointments and they were gone. My sister even tried to make one on Monday, and they were all booked. Like,
yeah, man, it's crazy everywhere, dude. I mean, California, Arizona, big one, Houston, Florida. I mean, the list goes on. So hopefully we get back to normal. We don't have to open up so soon again. And dude, I just want to get back to what we've been doing before, right? I mean, just going out and being normal. Just get back to normal life. I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. So
and then Alicia May, question, and you too, Z and Coronel, question. What do you guys think, or what are your thoughts? Because the MLS tournament is gonna start in a few days, right? But one of the first games that we had, I think it was Dallas, and who was it? I'm looking at it right here. Dallas and Vancouver. The game got postponed because Dallas had like 9 players test positive with Corona.
Well, didn't some of the players like back out too? Like what's his name? Dos Santos, right? From Galaxy. Yeah.
Supposedly Vela isn't going either, but that's what they said. Supposedly Vela's kind of like up in the air. But the FC Dallas team, they had 9 players test positive with coronavirus. They were gonna play Vancouver in like one of the games that's gonna come up for that tournament, but that game was postponed because of the positive tests. So
yeah.
I just canceled. Why risk it? Just cancel.
They're just trying to hurry it up and just trying to get it back, but dude, you're just putting people at risk.
Yeah, I mean, I know I know a lot of people that have actually, like, just to May's point, have gotten sick and had the symptoms, got tested, and then got better, and then got the results, and they said you're positive. Now they got to go get another test to show they're negative. It's like they're so backed up. But I mean, why risk it though? I know like there's a lot of MLB players that don't want to play, that aren't going to play because they don't want to risk. if it was up to me, I wouldn't have any of the Houston Astros play ever again. But
I mean,
cheaters,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, shut it
cheaters,
down. Shut it down.
Cheaters. I'm gonna show you guys my new Astros shirt that I got. Houston Cheaters.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, I just texted.
Oh,
you.
goodness.
let's talk about that. Now that we got some Houston,
So this is our final topic, the Houston Cheaters.
How do you feel about that, May?
Alicia?
I think the question's for you.
No comment at this time.
I picked the
She's
fifth.
going in front of Congress right now, like a piece of shit. Yeah.
The only people that are okay with that title, no offense, because I respect everyone's opinion, I do. The only people that are okay with that title are the Houston fans and maybe the Houston players, but everybody else across Major League Baseball, they hate the Astros. Look at Yankee fans. Have you guys gone to the Yankee fans, like what they say? Because they say they could have beat you because you guys beat the Yankees in Game 7 off a home run. If not, the World Series would have been Yankees-Dodgers. And the Yankees are pissed, too. Like, Yankee fans are pissed because it seems like you guys robbed them, too. But, I mean...
Them is fine words, May. Them is fine words.
I'm just saying.
No, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I refuse. Go Astros.
She's
Awesome.
hardcore Astros, hardcore JJ Watt fan, big Texan fan too. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
cool,
JJ's
guys.
dope, though. I like JJ. He's dope.
Yeah. So it was.
You don't have to be a Texans fan to be a JJ.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like one of the best, nicest
He's
guys out
he's
there,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, he's a dope
Yeah.
guy. Like, I don't know.
It's
obviously,
hard.
we
It's
don't
hard
know.
not to like the guy.
The only true football fan in Houston are the Houston Oilers.
Oh,
True.
Lord.
That's my last.
That's your final statement.
That's my
I thought
final.
you were a Cowboy. Wait, never mind. Never mind.
Dallas,
What
You
are
said Houston. I
you?
was gonna say I thought you were a Cowboys fan, but you said Houston. So
no, Houston. The Houston.
That's probably Coronel's only flaw. Like, he's a Cowboy fan.
That's
Oh,
there's
several
nothing
more.
wrong with Cowboys.
There you go. You see.
Hey, wait. Are you a Cowboys fan, too?
I like them better than the Texans. Yes.
Oh.
So you like two teams. That's cool.
Huh?
You like both of the teams.
I mean, I'm not a big football fan. I'm a JJ fan. I'm more of a Cowboys fan.
Okay. That's cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up our podcast for today. It was really cool, man, getting to know both of you guys. I know Coronel did not disappoint. Your stories were definitely one of the most epic ones we've had. We're glad that you guys are still here talking to us. So who knows what happened? It was just the fact that you guys were walking until 2:00 in the morning without any way to get in contact with the outside world. I'm surprised that, first of all, that people didn't even help you guys. Like, hey, can we charge our phone? They're like, no. We're like, okay, let's keep walking. That's scary, you know. But you guys are here. Hopefully, we'll get to hear more adventures as we get to open up and go to the actual games here in the near future. But I always like to ask the final quotes or just really kind of any shout outs that you guys want to give to any of the members, any other battalions or folks out there. So we'll start with May.
No, shout out to everyone really in PVA. It sucks that we're all just kind of not connected but connected. So just awaiting the next games. Shout out to Dallas, to our Gancho gang. Rich, I know you know who we're talking about. But that's
GG, baby, GG.
All right, Alicia, final shout outs, final thoughts.
What Myra said, exactly.
wow.
No, I mean, shout out to everybody, to all the battalions, and looking forward to once this craziness is over and get back to traveling and, follow what we love to do, which is watch Mexico,
Definitely awesome. All right, Ivan, what are your thoughts?
Oh, man. Shout out to everybody. And Vera in Arkansas, hope you're feeling way, way better. I saw you posted that you had some menudo today. Don't forget, people, get your PVA shirts. The new PVA shirts are out. And I just hope everybody gets better because we want to get back to games. Wear your mask.
Yeah, wear your mask, por favor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Yeah, I'm surprised, Coronel. You look better with the mask on, Coronel. You should just keep that on full time.
Again, I'm coming from all directions. That's all right. No, guys, again, thank you very much for joining us on the podcast. It's kind of you're not used to we're not professionals, right? We just we go with it. I'm definitely looking forward to more stories. I mean, we've got great memories with Alicia and May, and we're looking to make a lot more. So, but again, shout out to everybody out there that's following this podcast. Just stay safe, stay healthy, please. We'll get through this, and we'll see each other soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely see each other soon. Thank you guys for joining us, and we do look forward to hearing other stories out there. But I would say from LA, from Houston, not Dallas. Houston, I got that correction. From Phoenix, this is El Zargento signing out with all our members. So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión tan fuerte.
Alicia, you ready?
Hey, Z,
Okay, who goes first?
All right.
Z, you're gonna want to record this because this is gonna be good.
I know, it's recording now. All right, Ivan, you ready? I don't know what Ivan's doing over there. All right, here we go. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, this is Myra. We're from Houston Batallon.
It's good. It's all good.
Hey, Myra kicked off strong.
Wait, I thought Alicia was gonna go.
I know, Alicia, you left her hanging.
No, that was good.
Oh, I thought she wasn't done.
Maybe if Alicia was on video, you get the cue right.